Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Good to
So,
see you.
same here. Hello, everyone. So, I welcome you all to the first episode of Life Learnings Live, where our special guests will be sharing their success and struggle stories. So, our very first guest is Shivangi Narula. She is a learning and development specialist. She is a corporate trainer, IELTS trainer, LinkedIn influencer, and so on and so forth. So, I'm really grateful, Shivangi, that you joined. Thank you for joining.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, sweetie.
Yes, so let's start from the very beginning of your career. So, how did you go for such career which is not so mainstream in India? Like everyone wants to become a doctor and an engineer.
All right. So, with respect to my career, I think my journey has been more of it.
Hello, you are not audible.
Any? Am I audible?
Yes, now audible.
Am I now? Yeah. Great.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, my journey has been super crazy. I have always been a person who believed in following my heart more than anything else. I don't go with the mathematical logics behind my decisions. If I don't want to do a job, that means I don't want to do a job. There's no such reason as to why I don't want to do a job. So even if job gives me better results, I still wanted to pursue something which is very different. I started my career as a language trainer, and I remember when our 12th exams, like my 12th exams got over. After that, we have got that, we have that period where you don't do
Yes.
anything. So during that times, I think there was a summer break going on, and I thought of reaching out to preschools, and I started creating my own English speaking and personality development modules, and that's where I realized that I could be a trainer. So the idea was, I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want myself to be named as a teacher.
Yes.
I don't wanted to do a full-time job. So like I didn't want to do a full-time job at that time. So I thought that this is a career which can give me anything and everything that I want with respect to, let's say, the kind of flexibility, the kind of freedom that I wanted. ठीक है, आज मुझे यहाँ जाना है, so I'm all good to go. So this was one such reason, and I think even till today, I am very fond of going out, leaving my place, leaving my work, and just go out and chill. So I believe in working only when you can work. Right. For example, अगर मुझे लगता है कि आज मैं काम नहीं कर सकती, I'm not in a mood. I need something. I need to go out. So I just quickly, wind up everything and I just rush out. And today also being a Saturday, my day is all set. I have all my commitments, like everything is over for the day. I'll be going and I'll be shooting some videos across different places of Delhi. So that is what been the inspiration so far. I believe
Yes,
in
yes,
following
right.
your heart more than what your logics could give you. I don't deny. So I don't believe in planning like long-term plans. If you ask me what is your plan, let's say after 10 years, where do you see yourself? My answer would be wherever my God was, God is going to take me, or wherever my life will take me. That's what is the answer. I mean, I believe that you just cannot think about it, that where you are going to be after 10 years. So that's like a very stupid question, I believe. Maybe I might be stupid here, but then this is what I believe.
No, I believe the same. So, was there any pressure from your family or society, or was it hard to convince them?
No, no, not really. I think I have been supported well enough by my family members, by my friends. So, from a forum where I am talking, I must say that whatever I am today is because of my friends. Had they not been there, had they not cooperated with me, and had they not really explored the places and the offices that I really wanted to go and give my interviews, I wouldn't have been here. So, heartwarming thanks to all of them who have been with me.
Yes, that's a blessing to have.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
yes, yes. You are called as a learning and development specialist. So, what roles and responsibilities come under this post? Can you give a brief to our viewers?
Yes. So learning and development is like it's, I would not say it's a new terminology altogether. The term has already been there into the market for a long time, especially in corporates, but the kind of boom that we have these days for learning and development is basically a lot of corporates, a lot of institutions, they are coming up with the kind of, they want to revamp the entire structure. You never know what can be the problem for a corporate, right? So what basically
Yes.
we do is, as a learning and development specialist, we basically map the entire the working of the company. We look up to the levels of employees, and then after mapping all the things that we have on a piece of paper, we then try to find the loopholes in the system, and then we are the people who try to bridge the gap, so that not just the profitability, not just the growth, but also at the very personal and professional level, even the employees can grow. So that has been my journey, and to be honest, I started as a trainer because the term was very fancy at that time, almost like 6 years back. I think this term, not 6 years, I mean 7 8 years back, this term was very close to my heart, that I want to be a corporate trainer. I want to, just take my bag and my car and my three-piece business suit, and I'm like, okay, fine. So one fine day, I'm joining in. Let's say, I have to go to this organization. Maybe next day I have to go to another. So the fancy world, right? So that fairy tale world was one such point which made me start this career. And I believe over a period of time, I got to explore a lot. Being very youngest into the industry, I'm very young a trainer in the industry, and I believe I'm very successful as compared to what I can see the other people with me. So I really feel that I have accomplished a lot, and I definitely want to thank my God, my parents, my friends who have been so supportive in this journey so far. And I'm so happy with whatever I have. So, I mean, I'm satiated. That's what I can say. I'm gratified with what I'm doing. And I think that's the biggest achievement that one could ever have in their life. So I am satisfied. Now, today, if you tell me that, Shivangi, okay, fine, your life is over, I would be like, okay, fine, I'm done with it. So
Right, great.
it's all about
Yes.
realizing that whatever you're doing is not just satisfying, but it gives you passion. So I remember somebody asked me, why do you love to do trainings? I said, that's my passion. I can do it even at 2 a.m. in the morning. And that is the only reason why you become successful. So in order to pursue anything, you first have to have that passion, and you have to love your work. Whatever you do, you have to love that, right?
Yes,
And I
right.
don't believe in perfections. I don't believe in imperfections. I believe whatever you're doing, just do it the way you want to do it, and fuck it, or whatever people say, just chuck it.
Yes, right. So, if someone wants to become a learning and development specialist, is there any criteria or prerequisites for the same?
As far as if you ask me, a crazy hustler, I would say no, not. I have been exploring, doing. So आज हमें learning and development term पता चली, तो ठीक है, अब इस पे
हाँ.
discussion करेंगे, फिर अब नया word पता चलेगा corporate का. So I think I have been a person who has just kind of explored things, and there's no such criteria. I think it's all about the level. So अगर हम कोई full time job शुरू करते हैं, so the position where I am, it takes really good time. It takes ages to reach there, almost like 7 8 years of the industry to reach at the position where you can really map the needs of an organization. Eventually, you all have to start as a trainer, and moving forward, you become a learning and development specialist. So
Yes, right.
I feel that there's no such criteria. It's all about working, understanding what it is, and this is a domain under HR. So basically, what we are doing is a domain under HR. So now we have trainers. Earlier, this was under the entire HR department, but now we have got a different special department in every corporate, which is called learning and development or training and development. So earlier, this particular department was just there under HR. So HR is not just about recruiting; it's about enhancing the skill set, upskilling the upskilling the employees, and doing a lot of things in and around.
Okay, great, great. So you are a IELTS trainer, corporate trainer, soft skill coach. So how you developed your teaching skill? Was it a part of your passion or something you developed with time?
I think that was a part of my passion. I remember I was very young when I used to probably go to my terrace, and there used to be a door, and I used to teach on that door, assuming that there are some XYZ students sitting in front of me. So yeah, I think I had that passion within me. I mean, I still have that passion within me, and I also remember English. I was a very very not so very good student till my class 1. I changed my school after second, so I got into a school. I remember I was there for a competition, and this thing was there. I was so that was a MTV's Roadies selection going on, and they were asking children to come up and showcase their talents. So I remember I went on the stage and I said that I love Santra's juice, and the way I articulated it, the way I said that sentence was so amazing that I was not getting the word for santra. So I said I like to drink santra's juice a lot. So the way I articulated santra, I still remember that I was very young, and even till today I can till date I can see that, okay, fine, I had that passion. I mean, I was super crazy, super duper crazy. So I think that's what has been the inclination so far.
Okay, great. That is a great journey to have. So let's move on to my favorite topic, that is LinkedIn. So how you found out LinkedIn as a platform for your growth?
It's almost 1.5 years back. I think one year 8 months back that I created an account, and I was like very crazy about it. Like I didn't know anything about the platform, but I used to post very often, and I was like, कि पता नहीं क्यों लोग like नहीं करते, and I could see very stupid posts getting like hundreds and thousands of likes, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this platform? Either I don't know how to write, or either there's something wrong with the platform. But I still didn't give up. I remember, so one day I was sitting with my mentor, and I asked him, I said, yeah, like, how do you guys get so much? I mean, is it just because you have a lot of followers? All right, I'll also gain followers. I don't mind. I just don't mind going and clicking and requesting everybody to be in my network. I mean, that's okay with me if this gives me traction. So I mean, it was not intentional. He helped me write one post, and after that, I started writing. It I think virality is not about writing really exceptional. It's about being more consistent. And the moment I promised myself that I'll be very consistent, I think that's where the journey began. And um, I write very true stories. I mean, when I sit for a post for LinkedIn, like when I write a post for LinkedIn, I remember I have to sit with it like I have to go deep down into the feelings. फिर मेरे को realize करना पड़ता है, मैं उस situation को imagine करती हूँ. I dictate that post for almost 7-8 times. अच्छा ठीक है, now this looks like मतलब बिल्कुल ना मेरा दिल बाहर आ रहा है इस post में. So it has to be that, so that the users can connect, so that the viewers can really feel, okay, fine. And I think all of those things that I share is not really a marketing stunt at all. I don't share anything of my services because by God's grace, I've got a lot of inbound clients already. So I prefer writing something which is very real and which has got a message of its own. And over a period of time, when I started writing, I realized that most of my posts have, rather, all of my posts have this let hashtag let. So that's
Yes.
why I recently launched my hashtag by the name of hashtag let queen.
Yes, yes. So I wanted to ask a story behind that. I'm really curious about that.
Well, officially, it hasn't been announced so far. I'm trying to upgrade. I mean, I'm trying to leverage this particular hashtag that I have, but it's just because I wanted to something which was more capturing, more conquering. So I thought of just conquering this word called let.
Hello, you're not audible.
I miss. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, now audible. Yes, yes.
Great.
So you have 27,000 plus following. So how did you do that? What's like how much efforts and time you put in that?
I think it's not about intentional efforts. It's just about being very consistent. And in the past few months, you would have seen that looking at my busy schedule, most of the times people tag me and I don't even get time to even comment on those posts. I feel really bad. And sometimes I don't even acknowledge the kind of comments that I receive. So I mean, it's like, I mean, I really feel bad about it. So nothing intentional. I think in past few months, I have not intentionally tried to send requests to anybody. It's just about when people feel value and they find worth in your content, they automatically connect. So it's just about being consistent, giving back to what your people and your audience want. When I realized my first post and support that I got from people, is that I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna up my audience at all. and I started writing, and I'm so grateful. I don't know what magic God has done for me, but this was quite magical, and I'm sure I'm going to leverage it more than what I have done in the past so far. And yeah, somehow the journey has been in such a way that
Yes, so great, great. So, do you have any specific strategy for the same? Do you follow, like, do you plan your content in advance?
no, not really. I just simply plan it in a way like, okay, fine. So I mean, it's about thinking, right? It's not about planning. Planning for sake of this
Yes,
particular thing could be more of a guessing, and it could be very poisonous. So I believe that just give worth to your audience, be real to them. I mean, बहुत सारी social media के चक्कर में life has become so much, you know, showy, and people just prefer to just show off. I think you have to come out of that, and you have to
yes,
present your real self. May it be like, okay, fine, I have this in my mind, let it be. So don't care about what people think. Care about what really is the truth, and I'm sure people would do the needful. I never know, right? When I started with the content creation, I never knew that I was such a great content writer. I remember I just don't even write a single sentence. If it is about writing, I'm like, okay, bye. I can't do it. I can speak at length, but if you ask me, Shivangi, write down, I'm like, okay, bye. I would not do that. I mean, I'm so terrible at writing. I can give suggestions, I can get feedbacks, but when it's like writing hardcore things, I was like, no, not. And now when like your content is so amazing, I'm like, oh wow.
yes, right. So you write so well. I am the fan of your writing.
Thank you, sweetie.
So, do you post in some particular time of the day, or do you post at like when you get free time or what?
I think though there's a kind of a strategy to it, but I think when your post has got
Mm-hmm.
value to what you really want to give to your audience, time doesn't really matter. Do your
Yes,
part,
right.
and I think people are more concerned about getting the likes. Okay, over a period of time, when you write so much, and then if you don't get it, I'm sure you feel bad about it. But but over a period of time, you know when you start writing, don't be so overwhelmed with likes and comments. Just start writing. People will find value in your posts, and every post will not be like
Yes.
bombastic. Okay, so every post will not be the super exciting or the best post. So it's okay, just write, give value. And you write not because you want people to recognize you. You write because you feel like writing, right? And that becomes a part of your life. And LinkedIn has become like, it has been so overwhelming for me that I am totally obsessed, and I mean that.
Yes, yes.
So for a LinkedIn catch up, we could
So,
do it sometimes later. That's not a problem.
yes, yes. So, in the end, I just want to ask, like, what are your special tips for someone who is just starting out their career to be successful in life as well as in career?
So this life is very long, and in the
Yes.
rush of getting everything that you want, just go slow, follow baby steps, celebrate your small wins, and just appreciate yourself. Everybody is not blessed with good communication. Everybody is not blessed with hard skills. So it's all right. Whatever you have, leverage it. Whatever you don't have, don't start repenting and regretting about it. You can't be a perfectionist. And I never think of being a perfectionist. Being an IELTS trainer, I do make a lot of grammar mistakes at times. It's okay. Just start learning from people. Just start learning, taking the feedback. That's the only way you could do it.
Great, great. So, that was it. If we have time, can we take few questions from the audience?
Sure, but let's do it very quickly.
Yes, yes. We'll check if we have any questions. Otherwise, we'll wind up.
Thanks, Nehar Creations. Thank you.
I guess there are no questions.
Great.
So we'll wind up. Thank you, Shivangi, for
Thank
joining
you.
on the weekend morning. I know it is
No,
very
no, no, it's
hard.
absolutely okay.
Yes, and thank you everyone for joining and listening to her. She's a great speaker, and like I'm
Thank
a
you,
fan
sweetie.
of her.
You're a great writer, I must tell you. I even write. I just write like the way you write, so that's amazing. Keep doing
Thank
it,
you. Thank
and you need to be
Yes,
consistent.
yes.
I saw that you weren't in between.
Yes, I thought like posting in between a week is great, but
No, it's
that's
not.
not the case. You have to post daily and consistently.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great then.
Okay, okay.
I'll take your leave, guys.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, sweetheart. Bye, Avantika.
yes, yes. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Thank you for joining.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
So, guys, please follow Shivangi on her handles. I'll link her handles in the description of this IGTV. And thank you for joining on this weekend morning. Thank you so much.